How is the live events and broadcast industry changing? Well, technology has changed so much, and the internet has really changed the way that we do things in live events and in broadcast. What used to cost millions of pounds for what we might call a BBC standard broadcast kind of setup with galleries and studios now isn't really required. They've taken a lot of the technology from the events industry and are now using much more video over IP, which has been revolutionised by things like YouTube. Now we can use NDI and SRT and really change the way that events are broadcast, and I include sports and esports and all kinds of different industries. They're all kind of converging on this much more flexible and cost-effective technology, and it's something that was really sped up and fast-tracked over COVID by people building these remote studios all over the place, and you see now a lot of top tier 1 sports leagues, for example, now broadcasting using these remote facilities. So in the old days, I say old days, we're only talking a few years ago, you might drive an OB truck to a game and use a satellite dish to broadcast that back to the BT tower and then out to wherever. Now we're using 5G and 4G, we're using Starlink, all kinds of different things. We don't even have to take our crew to the game anymore. You just have to take a camera. I mean, we do that we've been doing it for ages with, Instagrammers, for example, when they do their live broadcasts on Instagram. Those guys and girls aren't holding their phone up like this. They've got professional camera crews following them, and it's all streamed back to an MCR like this one. So this is ours in South London, and from here we can take feeds from all over the world, repackage, repurpose, transcode, transmux, whatever we need to do. We could mix together a football game in London with a hockey game in France, with a hurling game in Ireland, and broadcast it all in one place if we wanted to. The flexibility is enormous. We can take feeds and record them from anywhere. Whatever it might be, it can all go through these MCRs, these master control rooms. The technology is there, and the cost has come right down. And what's even better, of course, is that if we're not moving people around, our carbon footprint comes right down, our cost of logistics comes down. This kind of remote working setup is the future for live broadcast in both the traditional broadcast and the live events world.